with Farmhouse Living, and welcome back to our channel. So we are in our Christmas home tour series, which is YouTube's favorite. We're on our third house, Thistlewood, KariAnne of Thistlewood. We toured your everyday house.
Yes, we toured it last, I believe it was last spring.
Last spring, and now we're here for Christmas, and y'all, you're gonna love it. So let's start with kind of your theme for Christmas.
Okay, well the house, now first of all, this is the house I grew up in.
Yes.
So the amazing thing is, this room is where I spent every Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So every Christmas growing up, we would have our tree. So I put the tree in the exact same spot in the bay window where it used to be when I celebrated Christmas. And my mom, now I don't have a real tree, but we used to go and cut for Thanksgiving.
Aww.
At Thanksgiving time, we would go and cut down a real tree and put it up in that exact spot. And we would always make sure we got the biggest tree, you know, because
like the Griswold family.
That's right, yes, exactly. And it would always have like a hole in one side, or you know, and we'd have to turn it so it looked its best. But yeah, that's where the tree sat growing up. But what's interesting is the house is, because I am a blogger and because I like Christmas a little different, I couldn't decide, do I want like merry and bright and happy Christmas, or do I want farmhouse Christmas? So I did both. So the front of the house, it's like party in the front of the house, and the back is a little more serene and peaceful and more farmhouse style.
Right. Okay, so you get the best of all styles here, and we see, let's start in this room, it's blue, which we also got in your everyday tour. So you ran with that for Christmas. Have you been collecting those ornaments and all of that for a while, or is that new?
Everything here, I pretty much just recycle what I have every year. I'm a big believer in repurposing Christmas decor, so I'll talk through just a few items in the room where I repurpose the Christmas decor. So for example, this sleigh has been every color of the rainbow. Spray paint is your best friend when it comes to repurposing Christmas decor. And every year I do something a little different with it. So this year I bought it at a yard sale like years ago. It's white spray painted, and then I just took old red ornaments that I had from years and years ago and just scattered the ornaments in the sleigh. I scattered a few on the table, and then just different places in the room I scattered different things. Now the one thing I did go crazy this year, and I got on the mantle, I went crazy with these mercury glass trees, and I just fell in love with them. They're bright and happy and they're just full of joy. So, and the room is a happy room already.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm loving about Christmas this year. We're seeing some moody colors, but we're also seeing bright pops. So you totally accomplished that here with your mercury glass and your pinks and reds and blues and all of it. And I love that it reflects your art over your mantle.
It kind of brought it all in. It's not so serious. The other fun thing I have is in the niche over there, I have little votive candles that I got years and years and years ago. And they're 1 through 24, and I just lined them up on the bookcase, I actually put them on the bookcase, and they were haphazard, and I was like, oh, that's cute, I'm just gonna go with, my other tip is decorate with presents.
Yeah.
Like wrap presents, whether you're wrapping real presents or just boxes, whichever, and it's an easy, inexpensive way to add color to your Christmas decor.
Yeah.
I love a happy and bright and merry Christmas for sure.
Like we did in the last one, let's talk about your dining room while we're in here, because you see that directly. I see you have another tree, also fun and colorful.
Yes.
And we also have a blue foundation in here. Tell us about your tree.
Yes, so that tree, oh my gosh, don't tell the other trees. But that one's my favorite. I think it's just because I found these, like I said, mostly I repurpose, but I do every now and then find something new. And this year I found these incredible ornaments that they were $6.99 at Walmart, and they're oversized and they're full of glitter. So they're giant and big and full of glitter, and they just made me so happy.
Yeah.
So I ordered a ton of those, and then I added in just different brightly colored ornaments, little pops of red, some polka dots.
Yes, well, it looks amazing, and I love the color with the blue. If you watched the last tour, you saw that this texture on her wall is her sister's art project in
in high school.
In high school. So it's been there a while, and it's painted navel.
Yes, great
Sherwin
memory.
Williams.
Sherwin
Yeah.
Williams navel, yeah, for sure.
So it's a beautiful dining room, and I love what you did. What do you call this space?
Vestibule.
Yes, that's what we call it now. I mean, I just call it the central hallway.
Okay, we're in the central hallway with the most magical staircase garland, and just I mean, this is
my favorite spot in the house. It was last time too. The molding, the chandelier,
yeah.
the antiques, the vintage pieces, finds, all of it. It's just beautiful.
Well, y'all are too sweet. So this staircase has a special place in my heart too, because that's where I waited for Santa Claus. Every single Christmas morning, my dad, they would put wrapping paper over the French door right there, and they would say, okay, let's go see if Santa came. And my dad would peel the door, and we'd all be waiting on the stairs like, did Santa come? Did Santa come? And so then they would pull open the door, and then we would run in, and there would be all of our Santa presents and our stockings, and we'd open them in that room. So, and then as we got older, we would line up and take a picture. So I have a picture on the staircase of me each year as I was going. So now I take it of my kids on the staircase too.
So sweet. The garland is, did you make that or did you buy
Well,
it?
the key to a garland like that is just mixing in different greenery.
Okay.
So I started with a garland that someone else made, and then we added in different eucalyptus. That's the key to a garland like that. And then those beautiful bows. The velvet ribbon is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's mixed in with a burlap kind of open weave ribbon, and that's what really gives it that kind of farmhouse. So this is, now we're getting into the calm and serene part of the house. So.
It's so classic and pretty.
And you said you have 5 trees?
5 trees downstairs,
trees.
I think. If I count, wait, I might even have, no, I think I only have 5.
Leave in the comments below how many trees you think are going to be here. Don't cheat. Speaking of trees, we see one in the office. I loved your stories in the last tour, how this was your dad's office.
Yes.
And so you remember sitting in the chair listening to his wisdom, and now it's decorated for Christmas and you live here.
Yes.
Tell us about that tree.
That tree is, that one has a special place in my heart because my kids made so many of the ornaments that are on that tree, and that's kind of like a KariAnne, this is your life tree. So there are ornaments that my kids made when they're little. There are ornaments that I bought for my first Christmas. I got married at Christmas time, and so my anniversary is December 30th, and we got married 5 days after Christmas, and before that we had an ornament shower with all these different ornaments, and someone gave us these 2 little cherubs kissing that say Kari and Denny. But it just has such a special place because that was the first ornament that we ever got, and it's on that tree.
Oh, I love when people have a nostalgic tree. Also, I loved this bathroom in the first tour. I love when people do unconventional Christmas and even bathrooms. And so you just have wreaths, pretty simple greenery. Any tips on doing unconventional spaces?
Okay, so the key with that is, first of all, you can see in the window there are tiny little trees. Just an unexpected twist where you took a windowsill and just made it, I don't know, just a little more fun. And then literally I have some magnolia garland in there that I put on there with white duct tape.
Yeah.
So I took white duct tape, wrapped it around, taped it to the corners, and just let it hang where it may.
Yeah.
And I love it. Also, too, there are 2 pictures on the wall in there, and I took a wreath, and again, if you flip it over, it's duct taped to the picture. But it's just a way to add greenery to a surface that you normally might not add greenery to, and an unexpected way to add a little bit of Christmas in there.
Yeah. We're in the kitchen. It's the heart of the home. Let's talk about the accents that you did. It's all neutral.
Everything is neutral. Again, this is the classic kind of serene part of the house. And so I take my Christmas decorations that I already have, and then I kind of rethink them every year. So for example, this year I took some stockings that I had and I just hung them off of that chalkboard. And the chalkboard is actually an old vintage pool cue frame that I found that we put a board behind and made it into a chalkboard. And I just randomly put some stockings up there.
Wow.
I always have a tree in here. The tree is full of all of these, which I wish they still made them. They're these vintage ornaments that I found probably 20 years ago, and it was an entire line from some store, and I bought every one that they had, and now they don't. But they're all like old, that glitter that kind of fades and just looks really old and vintage. What's funny is some of the ornaments are just tags that someone, off of a gift that they calligraphied my name, and I thought it was pretty, and so I just put it on the tree.
This looks like Michelle Howell.
Michelle
vintage
Howell.
Yes, I love her!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is the best compliment ever.
Oh,
She
good.
is one of my design idols.
I love when you just do interesting things within a cloche. That's so fun.
Yeah.
It's one of the easiest things. If you have a Christmas ornament that is beautiful or something that is just meaningful to you, just take it and put it in a cloche. And
There you go.
There's a Christmas decoration for you. Easy. And then on the hutch over there, we kept everything relatively simple, just little white houses I got at the dollar spot and just tucked in some white dishes. Nothing not really overthinking anything. And then in the center island here, we have this flat basket and just trees.
Yeah.
Just different trees that are all different. Some bottle brush trees, some wooden trees. I got in a scratch and dent store years ago.
Do you call this your family room? That's really
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we call this kind of the hangout room. It's
Hangout
actually, in hilarious news, it's called the stink room because when I was growing up in the house, this was not a room. This was the garage, and the dogs were kept in here, and it stunk.
Oh.
And we used to make out all the time on this couch right here because my parents' bedroom was right. So sometimes my husband, oh, is this on tape?
So there's history all over this house. Clearly love all in this house.
Yes, lots of love.
So let's highlight specifically the things in this room. I love the dough bowl on this table. Mom and I are big
Dough bowl
bowl
fans.
people.
When I get to the bottom of a tub and you have all those ornaments that you don't know where they go in the dough bowl, and then it looks like purposeful, like as if.
Yeah,
Right.
I did that.
Yeah, so when it was fall, there were pumpkins in the dough bowl, and now it's Christmas. Now there's ornaments and random pine cones.
Yeah. Let's talk about the tree. You've already given us some tidbits on it. The star is made of maps.
It was hand folded by my sister from when my dad passed away. He was a geologist, and he left us all his old maps from all the research he had done, and she took the maps and she folded them into a star about 10 years ago. I think the easiest way to make a room feel like Christmas is put a tree in there.
Yeah.
And even if you just put a tree with lights and maybe
That's right.
a couple of ornaments, that's the easiest way, rather than if you don't have a lot of Christmas or you're just getting your Christmas collection going. You can get a tree super inexpensively, turn on the lights, add a few balls of ornaments, or even just leave it as a bare tree. And it's just a way to, when the lights go down at night, this house is
Lit.
oh, it fills me with the joy of the season because I walk in every room and there's like little twinkles in every single room. It just, look, I got goosebumps. It makes me so happy. It literally makes me so happy.
I agree.
Yeah. A Christmas tree will do it. So just get all the trees. You can put ornaments. You don't have to, whatever you want, but I mean, at least 5 trees. At least 5.
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay, and then just in general, you have other neutral Christmas decor. I see like a little barn right there, your little advent calendar. Do you actually use your...
Well, we have a lot of advent calendars, and so we use some of them, but
when you remember,
I remember. But this one is super cute because it has each of the little trees opens up and there's a little box inside. So I am a big believer in this month in particular in random acts of kindness because I think we should just celebrate the season all month long rather than just on December 25th. So there's little random acts of kindness in one of our advent boxes, and you open it up and it'll be like, make sure you smile at somebody extra big today, or pay for the person in front of you in line. And it's just a way for our family to remember what's really important. So all this decor is amazing and wonderful, and it does fill me with absolute joy. But at the end of the day, I think that this season is all about celebrating what's truly important, which is being kind and spreading joy and celebrating all the time that you have with family and friends, because these are the moments that you just can't get back. And so it's important to really pour into family at this time of year.
I agree.
We agree.
Yeah. So this is a wrap for the Christmas tour. If you want to see the everyday tour, I will link that in the cards. We will also you can go back and watch the previous 2 home tours, Christmas home tours from this week. If you didn't, we're doing a home tour every single day this week, Monday through Friday, and so much Christmas inspiration. You're going to love every single one. So they need to know where to follow you, where to find you, YouTube, blog, Instagram, all the things.
Yes, so the blog is thistlewoodfarms.com. You can find me on Instagram at Thistlewood. And I do have a YouTube channel, which is Thistlewood Farms. It's tiny, small, but mighty.
Yes. And you have a series called
What I Bought Wednesday, where I share all of my favorite finds. There are tons of gift ideas over there. There are holiday decor ideas and stocking stuffers that we're working on right now.
So if you're a big time shopper, if you love online deals,
let's
this is your
go.
Girl. Yes, she's got it going. So I hope that I'm gonna let you close it out. That's your job. I almost took your job.
You almost took your job. Oh my goodness. We want you to subscribe, share this with your friends, and remember what the reason for the season is.
Yep.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.